Hey everybody, this is Billy. How you like the new haircut? New mustache. No beard though. I don't know how long I'm hoping to keep my hair short and my facial hair under control for a little while. So don't expect the beard no more. But this is kind of part of my changes from doing the walking and everything and just wanting to look better. But yeah. So hope you guys. Hey, if anyone watches this video, tell me what you think of the haircut and the loss of the beard. So I owe you I owe you some pony vlogs actually, because I haven't done a pony vlog in quite some time. So I guess now today is the day that we can go ahead and do one, or actually it's going to be one vlog, but I'm going to talk about two different episodes because I didn't do episode 3 or 4. So this is episode 3 and 4 of season 6 that we're going to talk about here today. So season 6 episode 3. Now normally I don't give a whole lot of spoilers, but you guys had time to watch both of these episodes. This video is probably not going to go up until Tuesday, so you'll have time to watch these episodes. If you haven't watched these episodes yet, go watch them. I mean, they're out there that you can find them. Season 6 episode 3 I thought was actually a pretty good episode. I think it could have benefited being later in the season though, because we just got done with Starlight Glimmer, and I think I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I would have liked to see more Glimmer. Just have her do a couple more episodes before we started getting into the filler episodes, because both season 3 episode 3 and episode 4 were filler episodes to the highest regard. And I think with the episode 3, it was pretty neat because even though I didn't get Starlight Glimmer, I did get one of my other favorite characters. That's Maud. I love Maud Pie. I love Pinkie Pie, and I love Rarity. Rarity, I might not have mentioned this before in the past. Rarity is actually my favorite out of the main 6 of the ponies. I've always said Sunset Shimmer is my favorite pony. She is. But then if you talk about the main 6 main characters, my favorite pony is Rarity. And then after Rarity, it's Pinkie Pie. And then like one of my favorite side ponies, if you want to call them, or special guest ponies, is Maud. So I got a pretty cool episode out of this. Even though I didn't get what I was hoping for, I got a pretty good episode out of this. Basically, the episode starts off, they're going to Manhattan, excuse me, and Rarity's looking for a place for a new shop, because she's like been successful in 2 other shops, so she's now on her 3rd shop opening. She's expanding still. Pinkie's there because she wants to meet her sister Maud, and Maud is her and Maud do this thing where they exchange gifts all the time, or at least once a year though. She meets up with one of her sisters every year in a different town, and they exchange gifts. But Maud always seems to get her the perfect gift, and she ends up getting like Maud crap, or she at least feels like she gives Maud crap. But later on you find out Maud, she's kind of like, she doesn't care what Pinkie gets her, because she knows whatever Pinkie gets her, she gets it with love, But this time Pinkie wanted to get her the best gift, and so she wanted to get her a rock bag, a bag that held her rocks. Now, the first thought that would come to your mind is, well, if you want to get her a rock bag, just ask Rarity or make her one. But apparently that never comes up in the episode, which but no, she basically the store that sells them is closed. And so what she ends up doing is she ends up trading off her party cannon, which she uses the party cannon a lot in this episode. So at first you think, okay, this is a gag they're doing with the party cannon all the time. But to come and find out, the party cannon is actually an essential point of the plot. So Pinkie ends up trading the party cannon for the bag. And then when she gives the gift to Maud finds out that, Rarity... she basically intimidates Rarity to make her tell her that Pinkie traded her party cannon off, and that kind of ticks off Maud. So Maud finds the guy who has the party cannon, who's kind of this shady pony character. And at first, he's not willing to trade, but through both Maud's intimidation and Rarity's intimidation kind of. It kind of, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, there's two ways to intimidate someone. You can use your strength or you can use your charisma. And Rarity uses her charisma, and Maud uses her strength, and basically scares the crap out of this guy. So he trades back, and then at the end, of course, Maud explains, hey, look, I'm happy with whatever you get me, because I know when you get me something, you get it with love, and I've kept every gift you ever given me. I love every gift you ever bought me because I love you, So basically, that's the moral of the story is, as long as you're giving something with love, it doesn't matter what you get them, as long as your heart's in it, So that was the moral of the story in it, and they talk about. I've heard online that this is kind of a base off of a story called The Gift of the Magi or something. I'm not very familiar with the story, so I couldn't tell you if it was like, copy from this other tale. But at least I can say, this is the one thing I can say positive about the episode. At least it was a story that hasn't been done in the MLP. That's important, because when I review the next episode here in a second, you'll understand why I'm kind of annoyed at the next episode, because so. The score for episode 3, I'd give it a high score, A+. It was a good episode. I think it could have benefited being episode 7 instead of episode 3, but whatever. So now we move on. So I'm thinking, okay, episode 3 is over. Now we're going to get back to Starlight Glimmer. Nope, a Cutie Mark Crusader episode, which is fine. I like my Cutie Mark Crusaders, okay? Now they have their Cutie Marks, so the whole episode was, what do we do now that we have our Cutie Marks? And Cutie Mark problems are few and far between. Okay, fine. And then, so, most of this episode could have been probably better done with exposition, because there's just a lot of stuff that happens in episode 4. Now I moved. If you haven't realized, I moved on to season 6, episode 4 now. It's just a lot of stuff goes on in it that I don't feel like we needed to see the whole them splitting apart, and Applejack's like, oh, I don't know what to do. We're all by ourselves now. La, da, da. So you got Apple Bloom moping around most of this episode, and they realize that. I guess the moral of this story is, if you're too concerned about yourself, you may miss out on helping someone else. I guess that's the moral of the episode. Okay, fine. That, I guess, is a kind of a new moral. But where this episode, I think, fails is the main conflict in the episode. And first of all, the first half of the episode has nothing to do with the conflict. It's just Apple Bloom moping around going, I don't know what to do. My friends want to go do stuff by themselves. I don't know what to do. So it was kind of pointless. And then, so there is a kind of a cool scene with bulk biceps in it, which is kind of cool. But I could think of a way to just re-edit this whole episode and make it a whole lot better, because you could have took the bulk bicep scene, started off the episode with that, before they go to the intro song. That could have been the opening scene. Then you could have had the scene where they've already started doing stuff by themselves, and they go meet at the clubhouse, and then maybe Apple Bloom at the beginning is like, well, I don't know what to do now that you guys are off doing things on your own. They convince her to go look around, and she finds dancing, and then now I'm telling you what I would do with the episode. So this ain't actually how the episode goes. But then they could go, well, she goes in there, learns about dancing, and then she could that's when they could find the pony that's stage fright. And I'll get to that in a minute. So that's not what they do. They spend most of the episode dealing with the fact that that Applejack's moping around, and then you come across this pony that has stage fright or whatever. And so now he's a blank flank. So they try to, we're gonna teach you how to get on stage or dance with me. I'm not that good, so you'll look amazing compared to me. So they try to get him out there. He's still frightened, but then he finally gets the courage, and he does a really good job and everything. And so by the end, he's he gets his cutie mark and blah blah blah. The only thing I can think of is when I seen this whole thing about the stage fright thing, the first thing that came in my mind is season 4, Milli Vanilli. Remember, Fluttershy went through the same exact problem. Why don't you just take the kid and say, hey kid, come at least then you'd like, okay, there's some continuity there. At least they acknowledge the fact that, hey, you've done this storyline before with someone being stage fright. And we actually cared about Fluttershy. I mean, no offense to this little kid, but we don't know him. This is our first time meeting him, so I could care less about him at this moment. I don't, but I mean, that's not really the issue. But I'm just saying, it's at least when you look at season 6, episode 3, at least if you say, well, it's kind of copying from another storyline, yeah, but it's a storyline MLP hasn't done. This episode is a bunch of crap that ends off with the storyline they've already done. And it's not even done as well. Milli Vanilli is a far better episode in my mind than this episode was. I don't usually, complain about pony episodes. And there was a couple funny elements to this episode. So, I mean, I'm not... if I gave the first episode an A, I'd give this episode a D. I wouldn't fail it, but it would be a really, really high D. It's not that good. So... I don't know. I didn't like the fact that they ended up repeating a storyline that they've already done on the show, kind of, with the whole stage fright thing. Basically, we're going through this again now with the Cutie Mark Crusaders and some new character. At least if they had brought Fluttershy in to talk to him or something like that, at least they would have mentioned some continuity. I think if they re-edited the episode a little bit, I think it would have been a little bit better. But this just turned out to be a really boring episode. So, episode 3, thumbs up. Episode 4, thumbs sideways, not kind of towards down. It wasn't good. Alright, but anyways, that's your pony vlog for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll get to you guys much quicker after the next episode rolls out. And I'll try to do a better... try to do these reviews more timely. So we'll see what happens. I've been having like all kinds of scheduling conflicts, and the weather's been terrible. That's why I've been having a hard time getting these videos out to you. Tomorrow's a wrestling vlog, but Wednesday, because now my weight loss vlogs are going to be on Thursday or Friday. Wednesday I'll try to do a YouTube vlog so that I can talk about another YouTuber or something like that, because it's kind of what I want to do. Anyways, sorry for all these delays. You guys have a nice day. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. That'd be cool too. Bye.